Evening, people. Welcome back to another episode of the THFC Show. Listen, the season's over. Yeah, Champions League secured. We celebrated last week. We spoke about what the future lies in store for Spurs. But today we want to sort of keep that momentum going. Yeah, we want to keep this show going throughout the summer as well. We're not going anywhere. We're going to bring you the vibes. We're going to bring you the jokes. And most importantly, we're going to bring you the facts, the Rafa facts when it comes to Spurs. Yeah. So I'm here with my faithful co-host as well, Fuad. What are you saying, bro? You good?
Bro, another week we here, man.
Yeah.
Brother, there's all sorts of news coming out, unheard of news at Spurs, of course,
Mm.
but I'm sure we'll deep dive into it.
Oh yes, we will, man. We will, man. It's unprecedented times, like you said, for Spurs. It's really, really strange times. Strange things are happening. What's that Thames song? Crazy things are happening. Crazy things are happening.
You probably know better than me, bro.
Crazy things are happening, mate. Crazy things. Listen, Stranger Things just released the fourth season the other day, but I can guarantee you this: Stranger Things are definitely happening at Spurs than on this damn TV show. Because,
Brother,
mate, I can't stop smiling. I don't know about you, but I cannot stop smiling when I see Spurs news nowadays. What are you saying?
it's weird. We're starting from the qualifying of the Champions League, of course, then getting the 150 million cash injection last week, and then being told, oh, that's not just it as well. Any player sales and the Champions League money, that's also going towards the transfer kit. You're like, oh, right, that's nice. And then pretty much since then, it's like every hot property in Europe, the rumor mills are just, yeah, attach him to Spurs. And I'm like, bruv, I said that the other day. I am yet to see one name that we're linked with where I'm like, nah, that one ain't it. Every single one, I'm like, bring him, bring them. And guess what? There's a possibility it could all happen. Like nothing is out of our realm. And the thing I said for me as a Spurs fan, I think like in the last 4 or 5 years, this is probably the first summer where I'm actually looking forward to it, where I'm like, yo, I know we're gonna do business. I know we're gonna push on, we're gonna try and push on next year. I have full faith in my manager. There's players in my squad that, all right, I can see what we're building here. There's an identity, like it's positive moving forward for me. And listen, I ain't been able to say this for a number of years, so for all these things to be happening at once, bruv, it's a little bit overwhelming, to be honest.
Mate, but you take it. You'd rather be overwhelmed from a positive perspective than
All day, bro.
to be stuck in the depths of hell that we endured last summer.
We have suffered for too long, my brother.
Bro.
Not last summer as well. Yeah, it was like so many underwhelming summers. Then there was the summers of starvation. Let's not forget those. Yeah, like we have been for a long time when it comes to summer business. We have just been hopeful more than anything. This is the first one where I feel like we're going into expectant. Do you see what I'm saying? And already we've made one move, which I think 99.9% of the fan base is like, do you know what? That is excellent business right now.
Yeah.
And we'll get into it as well.
We'll get into it. But
for me, the kind of excitement levels that are at the club at the moment.
Facts. And listen, folks, just because we're going to be talking about Spurs, listen, me and Fuad, we've had long days. We have full-time jobs, but we're giving you this content. Yeah. Fuad has literally crawled out of bed in agony and he's ready to give you this content. Me, my head is pounding. It may not look like it, but my head is throbbing. I've been up since 6:30 a.m. this morning, but here I am giving you the content. There's 115 of you lot in here, 120 right now. Sorry. Yeah, 4 minutes in. I want you lot to do me 3 things. Yeah. First things first, smash the like button on this. Like Lee Gunner says, free, hit the link. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free. Hit the link, hit the like button. That's one. Number 2, I want you to click on Fuad's name in the title description, yeah, and subscribe to his channel if you've not subscribed already. This guy is what, like 80 or 60 away from 3K.
Yeah. I was just about to say.
I see no reason why we can't reach that before the end of the stream. Let's get Fuad to 3K. Yeah, people. It doesn't take a lot. If there are 18 people that aren't subscribed to Fuad's channel now, what are you doing? Hit the subscribe button and subscribe now. Yeah, it's not hard. Click on his name in the title of this video and hit the subscribe button. And the third thing, if you're here now and you're not subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. The red button below, literally just hit the subscribe button. It costs
Easy.
nothing and it does a lot for us. Yeah, it costs you nothing and it does a lot for us. And it gives us the drive and the motivation that we need to give y'all brothers this content. Yeah.
Exactly.
So now that I've done the housekeeping, let's get back on Tottenham. And I think, you know what? There's no better place to start than, of course, the big news of the day. Yeah. The big news of the day, which is that Inter Milan's player of the season is in Spurs colours. It is confirmed, signed, sealed, delivered. 1, Spurs have signed Ivan Perisic. 2, Spurs have signed a player from a team who were challenging for a title in a different league. Yeah. 3, Spurs have signed a player all before June. 4, Spurs have signed a player all before June for £0 in transfer fees, and this guy goes straight into our starting lineup. Bro, talk to me about Ivan Perisic.
I think I tweeted out this morning: immediate upgrade, proven quality, dog mentality, and an experienced winner. Everything we basically needed out of a left wing back or a right wing back or any player that's really coming into this squad. But for me, I just feel like having worked with Conte as well previously, having been part of that title winning side, recently been part of Bayern Munich's treble winning side in the COVID Champions League, if you want to call it. But this guy has stripes internationally. Any tournament you watch Croatia, this brother does not shy away. He's one of the mainstays. Just like Modric, you'll see Perisic, number 4 on the flank. You mostly see it with a little trim on the side as well. Listen, bring that to the lane now. And for me, I think, as you said, go straight into the lineup immediately improves us. And that's one of the things I think a lot of rival fans might be looking at saying, oh, he's 33. Well, we don't do it. Bruv, have you watched this guy? His motor has not slowed down at his age. If anything, he's playing better this season when they haven't won the title than the season when they actually did win the title. And he's actually playing in a wing-back role, which is exactly what he's going to be doing in here. The other interesting thing as well is he wants to come to Spurs. He wants to come to the Premier League. So for me, the fact that he's willing and wanting this challenge says to me, brother, I love to see this. It's a perfect match, in my opinion.
It's what you call peak mentality, and that's the type of mentality we want in our team. Yeah, that's the type of mentality that we want. The likes of Cess. Listen, we know. I'm not going to get into it with Cess. The feelings on Cess, my feelings on Cess are clear. Sorry, but you want Cess to learn off a player like that. If he's staying at this club and he's going to develop, you want him to learn off a player like that. He could have stayed in Italy. He could have stayed in Milan. Milan is a lovely city. I've been to Milan. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Inter Milan will be pushing for the title again next season, and he's just got their player of the year. He could have easily stayed there in his comfort zone. Undisputed first team, undisputed first choice in his position. He could have stayed there. But he didn't. He wanted to come to the Premier League. He wanted to play for this manager, and he wanted to show people what he's made of in this league. Mm. So for me, I rate that mentality. Yeah, even beyond, because we'll get into the technical aspects, but beyond the technical aspects, I rate that at the age of 33 years old, he still says to himself, "I'm backing myself to come to this league and do the damn thing." And I fully expect him to do the damn thing. Like I'm not expecting to play every single minute of every single game. Yeah, I think Conte rotates his wing backs, but what I expect from Perisic is, I think he's going to be ultra potent. I think he's going to kill it on that left-hand side personally, because if I look at the positions that Ryan Sessegnon and Reguilon regularly get to, the positions that they regularly get into, a player of Perisic's quality, he's going to make something happen in those situations way more than the two names I've just mentioned, man. It's 100%. I think that's a really good signing for Spurs, man. Fantastic signing, man. On a free transfer.
As you said, free transfer. Like in my experience, in my honesty, I think his experience is an added bonus because we don't have a lot of it in this squad as well. And then people are saying, I saw someone say in the comment, "Oh, he's come for a check, bro. 100 grand a week." I'm sorry, if that's the reported wages, I'm like, bro, he's earned that for what he's done in his career and for the quality.
That's light.
For me, that's light compared to what I'm seeing some of the other Premier League players. When I'm seeing Eddie Nketiah earning 100k, safe. Give me Perisic for that money. I'll take that. So I think it's a brilliant bit of business. And the fact that you can get this done so early it now allows you to focus on other key areas.
Yeah, 100. So Carl Smith, big up Carl. He says, big up Carl. I know, good friend of mine. He says, very good player. You can't deny he has the ability and he's a big game player. Does he start? I mean, the answer is obvious. Absolutely, absolutely. Who else is who's benching Perisic right now in our team? Who's benching him? And exactly. I think what I really like about Perisic is this Perisic edition, yeah, is that technically he's everything we want in a wing back. Yeah. Right foot, left foot, shooting, crossing, dribbling, 1v1 ability. He can do it. He can do it. Like he can roast it, man.
Have you seen the videos where he's giving man the steppies, puts it on his left, chop it back on the right?
I watched that one. I remember watching that game in real time. That was years back. He did that to Rudiger when Rudiger was at Roma. Rinsed him, bro. Disgusting. Jose Mourinho wanted this guy. What 5 years ago for Man United? He wanted him. The price was a bit hefty, but he wanted him. Perisic throughout his career for me has always been a good player. I think he dipped a little bit. Before Conte came, he was dipping a little bit at Inter. He wasn't his true self. They loaned him out to buy, and he had an average spell away. And then he came back, and Conte's repurposed this guy as a wing back. And the reason why I don't really have many doubts about this signing is because I think to play the way Antonio Conte wants his teams to play, it requires a specific type of player. And I don't think Conte is making a beeline for someone like Perisic if he doesn't believe that Perisic can't acclimatize to this league and can't play with the same demands that he played with Conte in over in Italy.
Yeah, that intensity and even that familiarity with his system, I think, is definitely a major benefit in my opinion. But listen, first set of business done, in my opinion. Now it's a case of who's next. Who's next?
Speaking of who's next, listen, on my agenda, let's look forward, because I'm sorry, mate. Perisic has been a great addition, but Perisic ain't even my number one target on that left-hand side. And I've been swearing blindly to my good co-host Yao on the new Spurs order that I don't think this signing's possible. I don't think this signing's possible. But I genuinely believe there's a window of opportunity to sign this guy. And for me, without a shadow of a doubt, if he was to come to Spurs, Bastoni would be the signing of the summer for me as a Spurs fan. For Spurs. If somehow Spurs were able to acquire Bastoni, my goodness, this guy is an unbelievable player, bro. Like, I've been waxing lyrical about this guy for like 2 years. He is a baller. He can play left wing back. He can play left centre back. He can, of course, we've seen him in a 3. Cool. People will say, oh, can he play in a 2? But this guy, Inter Milan signed this guy for like 20 million euros at the age of 18 years old. This is not some schmuck, you know. This is a prodigy. This guy is a prodigy. Yeah. 6'3", basically. Can strike a ball. The way he glides with the ball, he reminds me so much of Jan Vertonghen. And I'm not even saying it as a lazy comparison. Like, genuinely watch how he plays. He's a bit faster, but he reminds me of Jan Vertonghen in his versatility, his quality in possession, and his ability to defend without the ball. He's just unreal, bro. Unreal. Yeah. That's, for me, Spurs need to throw the bank at them. Throw everything you can at Bastoni. Throw it, because there is a chink in the armor at Inter. There is the window of opportunity. You're seeing them go for Bremer. You're seeing that they still want to try and cash in on one or two of their prized assets and balance the books a little bit more. There's a window there.
Yeah.
We have to seize it.
Do you think Levy's then just waiting for the right opportunity for them to be broke, if that makes sense? Like, for example, I know they may be plotting to move on Lautaro as a possibility, bringing Lukaku on a 2-year loan option type of thing. They've got a lot of kind of spinning wheels on the back. So do you think that this is going to be some long drawn-out saga with Bastoni that goes on all summer? Or do you think it's going to be something that's kind of fairly wrapped up in a month, maybe get him settled in for pre-season?
I think it will be a long thing. I don't know if it will go all summer, but I think it will be a long thing simply because there's conflicting reports from my end on Inter's financial position. Yeah. One minute we're hearing that that one or two players will be sold. Then we're hearing that no, there's a chance that they could keep Bastoni and sign Bremer and sell De Vrij. And then now we're hearing that they're open. They may potentially be open to selling Lautaro. Like it seems like with Inter, there's always changes. But I think one thing we know for certain is that there is an appetite to sell any of their key players if the cash is right, if the money is right. They didn't want to sell Lukaku last summer, and Chelsea came in and dashed 100 million in their face, and they sold him.
Yeah.
So if it seems as if, from what Alistair Gold has said, Spurs will have no problems stumping up the wages and the transfer fee required for Bastoni, which is everything you want. And then now the choice is up to the player. And it's up to hopefully Conte to try and convince him. So I think as far as Spurs are concerned, I feel like I'm positive in that regard that we are going to do everything in our power to sign this guy.
Yeah. And he should be the number one target, in my opinion. Someone who's that young, someone who has the potential, and I still think has a lot of upside as well. I think he could kind of similarly, where we've always said Romero is going to be the foundations we build this defense upon. He's almost a perfect yang to that yin, bro. That's how I see it, in all honesty. I think he'd be an ideal signer. And as you said, no matter what the money is, go and get him. I think 60 million, worth it. 70 million, worth it. If you know you're going to keep that guy, and even hypothetically, 4 or 5 years, you want to sell him, you know you can possibly recoup that because of the level he could actually get to. For me, I say you break the bank for him. But the only thing I don't want it to become is some long, drawn-out saga all over the summer where we're chasing this one target and then we end up kind of going for a backup option. Do you remember, like with Skriniar and Rodon? I don't want that situation all over again. So for me, it's a thing where, listen, try Bastoni, go all in. But if this thing is not wrapped up by, say, come last week of the preseason, go get Bremer. Go, don't waste my time. Go.
They might have signed Bremer.
That's what I'm saying. Beat them to it. Say, you don't want to give us Bastoni? We'll take your target, type of thing. And in all honesty, I'll take Bremer. I think he's quality as well. Maybe not as technically adept as nowhere near as that technically, but as a pure defender, you will take that. Listen, we will have taken 2 back-to-back Serie A defenders of the year if we get Bremer. So for me, I think there are alternatives there. I just hope we don't dwell too long on a Bastoni saga where we're kind of haggling over 5 or 10 million. If we're saying money's no obligation this summer, front the money and put the pressure on Bastoni and say, all right, cool, my brother. We paid everything the contracts agreed. What's your decision? Make it.
Yeah. I think with this Bastoni thing, I think the one major positive, which I reckon will quicken any sort of negotiation, is the willingness on our side to meet whatever valuation they've placed on Bastoni. I think we are willing to meet that. I think that wasn't the case with Skriniar. We bid something like 31 million. They wanted something like 45 million. There was a massive gap where we thought Spurs would bridge that gap. They didn't, and they went and ended up signing a average cheapo in Rodon. No disrespect to Rodon, but the levels between him and Skriniar it's massive. So I think the willingness to pay for wages and the transfer fee at least gets us a couple steps further in this negotiation. So now it's just entirely down to the player and whether we can, or whether Conte, Paratici can sell this project to Bastoni. Because if they can, Bastoni on the left, Romero on the right, Jesus Christ, Lord have mercy. Conte or no Conte, you have a mean back pairing. You have a mean back pairing there. And he's 23 years old. Romero, 23, 24 years old. You have your 2 new centre backs to replace the two supreme centre backs we had prior. Imagine that.
Literally, and for me, as similar like we had them for 5 or 6 years, have that foundation and building block. That's what these two can be. And in my opinion, with 2 players of that kind of quality and standard, that's where I was saying last week, I want to see the flexibility to be able to switch to a back four, because that gives me security. That gives me confidence that, we don't need that extra man in the middle. And someone even, I think it was, where is it? One sec. Harry Lipton said, if we sign Bastoni, do you guys think Dyer will remain as the third centre-back, or will we sign another centre-back as well? That's a question I think is important as well. If you see the quality of Bastoni on one side, see the quality of Bastoni on Romero on the other side, Dyer, I respect the growth this season. Quality. But do you replace that and go say, do you know what? Fuck it, we're going for a full overhaul?
No, I think you can. I think Dyer has proven his worth to the point where you can keep him as part of this setup. I don't believe he's like firm first choice quality like Romero and Bastoni, but I do believe that he's proven off the back of this season that he deserves to be given the opportunity to be a first choice centre back. And I don't see Conte deviating from the back three. So I believe that Dyer will remain as a first team regular in this team. I think it depends on what we do with Sanchez. I think Rodon will definitely be sold, but it depends on what we do with Sanchez. I would personally sell him and bring in two centre backs, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think they recognize the amount of work that needs to be done for the rest of our team, and unfortunately I can see a scenario where we keep Sanchez. I genuinely can, and I don't want that. But I can see it happening.
As a backup, if anything. I don't want to see Sanchez next year, and I'm sorry. I think someone said it as well. Like we do have bigger issues definitely to address, I think, rather than kind of replace Dyer. So it wouldn't make sense. It would possibly be a waste of funds. Having seen the improvements this year as well, as you said, it just makes sense to kind of give him that kind of trial run at least with the free.
Yeah, exactly. But listen, folks, 232 of you lot in here as well. Same sort of housekeeping. I'm going to do this periodically. Fuad, in fact, let me even put a banner. Fuad is check your subscribe account now. What's it on now?
Oh, let me have a look. 2.94 we're up to.
2.94, yeah. Oh, perfect. So that's 60. So folks,
2030.
If you've only just joined now, Fuad is 60 subscribers away from 3K. Yeah, we need to get Fuad to 3K before the end of this stream. If you're not subscribed to his channel, subscribe to his channel now. The link to his channel is literally in the stream title. Click his name, hit the subscribe button, and whilst you're at it as well, make sure you smash the like button if you ain't smashed the like button already, and make sure you subscribe to my channel if you ain't subscribed to the channel already. Get Fuad to 3K. That's our mission before the end of this stream. Get Fu Daddy. Has anyone ever called you that?
That information cannot be disclosed.
Get Fu Daddy to 3K. Yeah, let's do it. So let me.
Someone in the comments just said it as well, and I saw it earlier. The Koulibaly links. What do you think of that?
I would take Koulibaly in a heartbeat, but yeah, I would take him. I don't know if Spurs are keen on making that signing, but I would have him in our team in a heartbeat. He walks into our starting 11, so yeah, he's better than Dyer. I feel like Dyer has now taken up this sort of communicator role. I don't know what effect that may have on the back line, but yeah. Yeah. Anyway, let me just go through a super chat. So big up DM. Thanks for the super chat. He says, if Chelsea v Tottenham in the final, could you finally beat us? Mate, we've beaten you before in the final. What's he talking about? Our last trophy win was literally against Chelsea. We beat you in the final.
He's probably going on about January when they was fucking having their way with us, bruv.
Anyway,
after that.
Next season we'll talk, yeah? Next season we'll talk. But we've spoken on Perisic, we've spoken on Bastoni. Fraser Forster. Did we speak on that in the last stream? I don't think we...
No, we didn't really touch on any transfers last week. We kind of did more player ratings.
Yeah, so let's quickly gloss over it now. Remember, people, 3 things: like, subscribe to Fuad's channel, like the current video, subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already. Yeah, cool. Miles says Fuad is a low-key sus. I don't know what that means. I think he means you're suspect. I don't know. But anyway.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, whatever that means. But anyway, Fraser Forster. So whereas Perisic's deal has been announced now, I think the Fraser Forster deal is done, or Forster deal is done, but we can't announce that until his contract officially expires come the 30th of June. What are your thoughts on that signing?
To be fair, decent signing. Surprised because I heard we was linked with Sam Johnston before that, who I thought was probably the preferred target in my option, where I thought Young could eventually long-term maybe replace, being called up to the England squad recently as well, has something about him. So I was like, do you know what? Maybe he would kind of be a more better long-term option. But Fraser Forster is experienced, bro. Premier League proven, Champions League he's played games in as well for Celtic. I think he'd be ideal to come in as a cup goalkeeper. I think he's got that physical presence about him where he can kind of dominate a backline. So I think last couple of years, that's what we've kind of lacked with our substitute goalkeepers, whether it's Galini, whether it's what's my man? Who was it last year? Hart, sorry, yeah, and even Gazzaniga before that. It always just seemed like these feeble guys who just got beaten by easy goals. Finally, if you can have someone who's kind of big, dominant, commands their area like Forster has done at Southampton, I think that would be a good backup in my opinion. I'm surprised that he's kind of willing to take a backup role. It reminds me of the Michel Vorm a few years ago when he was at Swansea, a starting lineup keeper, but is willing to come and be a backup. That's always good.
Yeah, I think with Fraser Forster as well, I like the signing. I think he's not going to be here for long. I think he's been one of the better keepers in the Premier League this recent season that's just gone. He had his issues. He definitely fell off a cliff and definitely had a period where he was categorically dog crap. But he also confessed that he had some, I believe he had like mental health issues that he was going through as well. But you've seen the bounce back this season. He's been quite impressive for Southampton whenever I've watched him. And I think we've got a safe pair of hands there as far as a backup or deputy is concerned. So I'm calm with that signing. I don't really have any issue with it. I think it does a job for now and it costs us nothing. And I think it gives us at least another season to start preparing for the Lloris's succession plan, because we can't keep putting this off. We can't keep putting this off. He signed an extension this year. Yeah. So I think he's got one more season. But at the same time, as we've said repeatedly, I love Lloris. You know how much I love Lloris, but I don't want to get to a point where like I'm literally seeing Lloris disintegrate in front of me. Like I want him to go out on a high and I want the transition to be seamless. And for that to happen, we need to bring in a replacement next summer for sure.
Mike Mannion is there. I see what you're doing at AC, my brother. I need you here next season.
The cash, though, the cash. But anyway, big up Bainesy for the super chat. He says, keep up the good work, guys. Thank you, bro. Okay, Fuad, check on your subscriber count.
Ooh, let's have a look. Refresh tab. Oh, shit. 2.95.
2.95. So that's 50 away. So 252 of you lot in here. If you're not subscribed to Fuad's channel, click on that title link right now. It's flipping fly here. Click on that title link right now on the stream, and subscribe to his channel. It takes 5 seconds. If that, it takes 2 seconds. Subscribe to his channel. Let's get Fuad to 3K. By the end of the stream, I want to be celebrating Fuad on 3K. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that, people. Let's do that, people. Fuad, Jed Spence.
Where's my cigar, bruv? Oh, man. Props today, bruv. But, nah, listen, he seems like the flavor of the season. Seems like he's an exciting prospect. In all honesty, I'm not too sold on him coming in and being the right wing-back solution right now. I think it'd be a massive jump up for him, not only because of the age, but, I mean, you've just won promotion in the Championship. And I'm not saying, like, our Championship players can't come up and get in the first team. But we're playing Champions League football next year, bro. I want ready-made, proven talent. Just like we've made Forster a ready-made, proven, our backup. Perisic coming in, ready-made, proven, come into the lineup. Jed Spence, it's a little bit more of, I feel like the Sessegnon situation, where you might be having to kind of wait a year to kind of bed him in and build him. And I would love to sign him as a backup option. I think if he's willing to come in this season, learn the role, learn Conte's system, by all means, get him. But he is not, I don't think, well, I'm seeing a lot of people create, this is the Spurs team for next season, and Jed Spence at right wing back. I'm like, boy, you lot need a reality check, because that's not it for me. But definitely an exciting prospect, and is a little bit of the mold of like a Dele Alli type signing, I would say, a few years ago. Someone young, someone in the lower leagues. Maybe he could kind of jump up and under Conte. Listen, perfect system to learn under as a wing back, in my opinion. So good move.
Yeah, I think you've literally taken the words right out of my mouth with that one. I like Spence from what I've seen. I'm not really too put off by him as a player from the playoff final, even though he did look mid in the final. You can't really judge a book by just that one cover, just the playoff final, because he's had better games. I've heard that, because I didn't get to watch the game, but I heard he was quality against Arsenal in the FA Cup for one, and is putting a couple more strong performances as well. I think he's the right age. Of course, he's homegrown, and he can play right back, right wing back. But yeah, I think my main concern with Jed Spence is we'll be throwing him into the deep end, and it's too much. It may be too much too soon, because as much as we criticize the likes of Chicken Royale, the likes of Matt Doherty, playing in a wing back role in the Premier League is not easy. Like, he's going to have a lot of the ball, and the expectation on him to produce will be massive. So, like you said, I think if Spurs sign Jed Spence, I'm not going to complain. I think that would be a good move for Spurs. It can benefit us potentially now and definitely in the long term. But can he come into our team and definitively elevate us the way that we see Perisic potentially doing? We see if he comes in, Bastoni doing, or whoever. I don't think he has that same type of effect. I don't want to rule him out, but yeah, I just think if Spurs are looking for Jed Spence, we really should be signing 2 players. But that's just my opinion.
No, that's fair. I don't want to see. I mean, who would you go for then if Jed Spence is not like the? I saw that as well. Who would you go for then if Jed Spence is not like the number one solution for that right wing back position? Who would be the name that right now you go after and say that's someone of that profile?
The same name I've been gagging.
Whoa.
Pause. The
From
same name.
Gagging, bro. What are you on today?
The same name I have been wanting to play for Spurs for years. Mukiele. Why are Spurs not looking at Mukiele? I don't understand it. He plays a wing. He's played the wing back role for Leipzig. He's strong. He's fast. He looks like he's got a little something going forward.
Mm-hmm.
I think he can be relied upon at both ends, and I think he's just way more proven than Spence. Go for someone like him. Even Marler. Is it just the Euros hype? But what I saw in the Euros, the guy looked amazing. And he plays a wing back role for Atalanta as well. Yeah. So let's get players who've been doing this wing back thing for years now, man.
Even do you remember a couple months ago you were saying, was it Riddle Baku for Wolfsburg?
Like, I didn't mention him, but I've heard of him. I don't really watch him.
Yeah, same. I hadn't seen too much of him, but I remember someone saying that, and I watched his comp the other day. I was like, bro, this brother looks kind of decent, you know. I was like, But what's the other one as well? Are you seeing these? Now, listen, it's a long shot. Don't crucify me when I say this name, yeah. But I've been seeing reports of Hakimi is unhappy at PSG and that he wants out. And the only kind of team I'm really hearing linked with him is Chelsea. And I'm thinking, brother, they got Reece James at right wing back. That transfer is pretty much useless in my opinion. With us having a bit of cash right now, with us having Conte right now, with us having Champions League football, do you think that is something maybe, you know, chuck a little 80 mil at it, see what happens?
Mate, listen, I think it's a complete
85 mil.
I think it's a complete pipe dream. I cannot for the life of me see Hakimi playing at Spurs. I don't think that signing is going to happen, simply because I don't think we can afford him, and 2, I have not seen PSG sell any of their prized assets in the last 7-8 years. I've not seen that happen once, and I don't think it's going to start today with Hakimi. But may as well try. You don't ask, you don't get. You may as well try. Just chuck a little something in there. See what works.
Temperature. That's all I want to see. I want to see us puff our chest out a little this summer. Be like, hey, what? You know, we'll go and take PSG's prize assets. Now, I'm not saying it will happen, but that I would love that. I think that's let me not even get excited on what that could do. That makes us title contenders, big man.
Who's Molina? Do you know of this guy? I don't think I've watched him. Molina.
Nah, I know the reporter who was trying to leak everything about everyone. What was it? Jorge Molina or something like that? Let me do a quick Googles.
Okay, well, you know what? We'll come back to that one anyway. But yeah,
I hope he's not talking about Nahuel Udinese. Right? We was linked with him like two seasons ago or something like that. I remember.
I don't remember him. But either way, let's move on from the wing backs talk. Kostic stuff is seemingly like it's not dead in the water, but the noise has definitely decreased now that we signed Perisic. So I'm not sure what's going to happen there. I saw a report that apparently Juve are closing in on him. So we'll see what happens there. But you know what? Before we talk on outgoings, I just wanted to take a little moment. So two things. So the first thing, again, the check-in point. Folks, 278 people in here. Tonight's mission is to get Fuad to 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. He is 40, 50 odd away. If you're not subscribed to Fuad's channel, hit the subscribe button now. Yeah. Go to his channel. Literally, his channel is tagged in the stream title. Click that and hit the subscribe button. Simple. That's
waiting for him.
It's very easy. And then smash the like button. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, give me a cheeky little subscribe anyway. But yeah, the second point I wanted to make is about a little so-and-so, a certain journalist that's been thriving off the intention that he seemingly has been gagging for from Spurs Twitter for the past week or so. Because this same journalist, put out a tweet when we signed Kulusevski and Bentancur, effectively cussing both and saying that he's basically saying, God bless Paratici, however you want to pronounce it. God bless him, because he felt as if we got conned with the amount that we had to pay for both players. Saying how a certain Kulusevski still couldn't dribble, how Bentancur loses the ball in dangerous places and stuff like that, blah, 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 yada, 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 and leads to trouble. And then a couple months later, they're, without a doubt, two of the best signings that we've seen in the January transfer window. Kulusevski, probably the best signing of the January transfer window. Sorry, one second.
Better rapper noise in the background, boy. Someone's marinating some meat.
It's my mum, but anyway, let's just talk. So
hey, that's too funny. The timing of that.
This is why I need to get out of it. I'm telling you, once my deal completes, boy, I'm back out of here, man. Anyway, but yeah.
Oh, that's too funny.
But anyway, this journalist was talking crud. He was saying things with his chest. A couple months later, these players shine, and a Spurs player makes a compilation, putting that tweet in it, and then proceeding to put in videos of Kulusevski proving that tweet wrong with dribbles, beating players, etc., etc. Kulusevski reposts this, and this journal starts crying and bitching and moaning, saying Kulusevski's invited a pylon. Huh?
Did you forget what you tweeted? Every action has an equal or opposite reaction, my friend. When you put that tweet out and you was thinking, key, this one gonna bang, bro. Look at this. They signed two bozos. Watch me get these tweets. So you thought you was what? You thought you was the Italy insider. You thought you was giving us some, oh, you guys are gassed by these guys? They proved you wrong. And then they dunked on your fucking ass for being wrong. Instead of you just sitting there and saying, you know what, Kulu? I may have jumped the gun. I can see you didn't start a lot at Juve. Maybe I was a little harsh. I can see you're 21. Maybe it was some growth issues. My bad, bro. That's what a respectable journalist would do. But a bozo would instead play the victim. Immediately after you invite the pylon yourself, you then go and proceed to play the victim. Don't give me that shit, bro. That does not wash over here. Let Kulu dunk on your head this season, and we will come back again next season to dunk on you. As I said in my tweet, if you don't hear us, you will feel us. I promise you, Carlo, we will feel us.
You're finished.
You're finished. You're finished.
The cheek of it. He didn't even try to apologize or anything. He doubled down and then starts criticizing Kulusevski of inciting like bullying and death threats and shit. I'm like, so what were you doing when you were criticizing him?
And that's what
were you like when you were criticizing him? Go on.
You know, there was another tweet I saw as well of when Kulu signed for Juve, of him gassing Kulu up.
Yeah.
I'm like, hold on, where do you stand on this? Or has the 18 months of him at Juve, where he's pretty much unused, changed your opinion on him? You don't have context in your head. You fucking bozo. Hold that.
Honestly, hold that. And he even tried to do a what do you call it, like a podcast, and was like, for Spurs fans, you want to listen? You think I'm listening to that, bozo? Hold that, man. Take your punishment. I ain't listening to your shit podcast.
You know? And
you know what, let me take that back, because his podcast isn't shit. That's just me being harsh, but it's probably good. But either way, hold that, man. Honestly.
Oh, fuck that, man. Don't try to play the victim and then get out of here, man. Carlo fucking egghead knees.
Yo, Bambi is high, man. Bambi, you are high as a kite. He says we should try and get Reece James.
You know what? I respect that energy, though. That's the kind of vibe I'm on, bro. Hakimi 85 bid. Why not? Listen, this summer we're playing like it's FMB. Hakimi bids, Reece James bids. Listen, go and put one in for Mbappe. Listen, come play for the real whites of North London. Fuck Madrid.
Anyway, you know what? Listen, let's move on now. What are you on anyway? Before we move on,
what do you mean, what am I on?
Subscriber count.
Oh, I thought you was asking me what drugs I was on.
Bruh, get your mind out of the gutter, mate.
2.98. So that's
2.98, yeah? So 20 more people, 285 of you lot in here. If you're not subscribed to Fuad's channel now, go and hit the subscribe button. Literally click his name in the title. It will take you to his channel. Hit subscribe. And then what I want you to do is come back. And if you've not liked the video, like the video. And then third thing to do, it sounds like I'm giving you a lot of things to do. If you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe to the channel. Make sure we get Fuad to 3K before the stream finishes. We're on 43 minutes now. We've given you 43 minutes from 10 p.m. tonight, or 10:05 because we were late. And we got a couple more things to discuss off the agenda. So in that period, please, folks, hit the subscribe button on his channel and get this brother to 3K. Yeah, I think if you get him to 3K, he's finally going to start putting out some flipping content, man, because this guy,
what?
The most unserious guy.
Every week, nah?
Huh?
Just follow my shit. You'll see shit there. Trust me. I even do playlists of when I'm on other people's channels. So, you know what I mean? If I'm not posting something myself, you can see where I am. You know what I mean? I stay busy.
Yeah, whatever. All right, you know what? Let's move on to outgoings, yeah? Let's move on to outgoings because there's probably like 3-4 things I want to discuss. So the first thing I wanted to discuss is how seemingly some fucking prepubescent teenager from Spain had the fan base on strings with Lo Celso news, and I actually fell for it hook, line, and sinker because I was that desperate to get Lo Celso out the door. But this fucking teenager, yeah, put out some news that Lo Celso, the fee's been agreed, 80 million euros plus like 7 million add-ons, and I bit. And I was like, yes.
I thought everyone called to you in it. I just
I
said,
was like, I literally said, please be legit. That's what I tweeted. Please be legit. I knew in the back of my head that this has got Fugazi written all over. I could smell the Fugazi from a mile away. But I said, you know what? Let me get a piece of that because I just need this guy out the door. And Dan Kilpatrick came out this morning and said he's not heard a damn thing about a fee being agreed for Lo Celso. But what I feel like it's a certainty that Lo Celso will leave the club this summer. Villarreal are definitely interested. They want in for him. I think the fee that they're looking to pay is around like 18 odd million euros. I think Spurs are gonna have to take a cut price deal. But where do you stand on the Lo Celso situation?
get him out, man. Listen, we've seen the Lo Celso show. It's been come, gone, didn't do much, and he's done his. You got me.
You got me now. You got me now.
I'll say that. That is very true. I'm fucking everywhere but my own fucking YouTube channel, bro. I swear. Soon come, trust me, soon come. But listen, he's had I actually give him his dues as well. When he went Villarreal, he looked a half decent player from what I saw in a couple of games. I was like, hey, looks like they might, maybe not for us, but it looks like
you're right.
We could hoodwink another club into thinking, hold on, there's still a player there, a Sevilla type signing, a Villarreal, Fiorentina or something. One of them might take a little 20 million punt. So I said, yo, you know what? Less of that. Move him on this summer. Whatever bid comes in, I'm willing to take anything, to be honest. I'll take 10, 15, 18, 20, you name it.
The key is just to get him out, right?
That's it. Offload.
And speaking of offloading, how much do you think we'll get for the likes of Endom? Because we've literally had nothing with him. Nothing.
I'll be real with you. I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's one of those that is unable to find a transfer or a loan move, pure and simply because his loan fee is his wages are way too high. And I think with 2 years still left on his deal, teams can't get him for that kind of cut price fee. And I don't think Levy will, I don't know, sell him for anything less than half of kind of what he came for, to be honest, which is what, 32 million you're talking about. So I don't know. I think Conte will obviously say, look, this guy is no use to me, but some way, somehow, I think he'll be forced into trying to keeping him next year and making use of him some way, somehow. And then comes the whole Ndombele debate. Hey, man, we should just start him. Hey, man, we need to run the games, man. Hey, man, we ain't got no creativity on the pitch, man. Listen.
What are you saying? You got any more left in you, mate?
Bro, I feel like my Ndom stocks are running very low. When I was watching, I watched a couple games at Lyon, and I was like, brother, I think the juice ain't there no more, man. It's just not there, bruv. I was like, cute turns can't fool me no more. I'm past that. You know, when you've got a new signing, a new player, every little thing he does, you love it. Oh, you see that touch? Nah, man, I'm past that. Now I want to see significant product, and I don't think I'm going to get that this season, to be honest. And I think Conte he wants his midfielders to be too functional, and Ndombele is the furthest thing from that. He's very much a luxury player.
Damn, my boy's not going to beat the Ndombele allegations, man. Rest in piss, man.
Hey.
Notice how I said that with a sad face.
The
saddest rest in piss ever, man.
I can't lie to you.
Yo, this one hurts, man.
Trust me. It will be one of the most disappointing transfers in our club's history, in my opinion, because I think every Spurs fan will tell you that ability-wise, you can't question this guy. Did he make you get up off your seat at one point or another? 100%. But, bruv, if you ain't got that mentality, and that just shows you how important mentality is at this top level, bruv. Nice. If you want to be an elite player, you have to have an elite mindset. You have to find the uncomfortable. You have to be willing to push yourself, even when you're out of form. I don't think Ndombele has that natural drive in him, and that's going to be his biggest downfall. I hope he can make us regret it and move on, and then he looks a complete different baller somewhere else, and we're like, do you know what? Maybe he just needed the right environment, because I'm telling you now, I think there's still a player in there, but I just don't think we'll ever see it at Spurs.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk on it, to be honest. I know there's a player in there. I know from a footballing perspective, that guy can play, man. It's just external factors, man. But anyway, big up Jess. Regular watcher of my streams, actually. Thank you, Jess, for the super chat. Jess says, I'm so late. Excuse me if the topic passed. It has passed. But Perisic and Doherty, is that good enough going forward? I get the feeling we aren't chasing a proven right wing back. You're right. And I think that's what we spoke about. That's what me and Fuad spoke about with Jed Spence. Good prospects, decent player right now, but can he deliver to the expectation that we need? I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sold that he can right now. I think we spoke about Kostic, maybe floating the idea of maybe Perisic right and then Kostic left, but I can't see that happening. I think every single thing we've heard indicates that Perisic will be playing on the left-hand side. So I'm not really sure who else the club have in their sights in that right wing spot. I saw some random fugazi rumor about Adama, and I literally rolled my eyes and clicked away from that story immediately. I don't even want to give it airtime. It's not happening. Get that bozo away from my club, please. And
no to Adama.
Please. Hell no. Anyway,
Streets are saying you play football like him, you know.
What, Adama?
Yeah. They seen your touchline on the 5-a-side. Coming through, man. Like,
look at the set!
Bro, you was moving mad. I was like, hey, we might have to sign Toes in central midfield, you know.
You see the finish as well. I placed it.
Hey, you was blamming them in, bro. was it Yao as well? Yao was dogging them.
Yao is our version of Jermaine Defoe. Yao literally doesn't even need backlift. Yeah, just give him the ball in a decent enough position where he's got half a chance and he'll finish. Like Yao is brazy, bro. Brazy finisher.
Yeah, bro. I was watching the highlights of that, bro. I was creasing because it was the Chelsea boys as well getting pam 9-0. I was like, oh, I had it with a cup of tea as well. I was like, yo, this is good.
You know why Cams is a cunt, yeah? Let me know. You know why this guy is a waste. Because I remember
repackaged it. Come on, man.
One of the clips, I think it was the first one we played, where I didn't even do anything bad. He must have tweeted a video and basically said like Lukaku, the next this, that. I think it was Lukaku. I can't remember. Lukaku or someone else. And I was like, you are such a bastard. And then he said, LOL, why are you angry at me? I said, you know I'm angry.
Bro, you know anytime someone drops content like that, it's gonna get repackaged or something. Watch, I guarantee you see next season, Jed Spence stinker. Watch, my Spurs pictures are gonna come all back up on the timeline. Bro, I'm telling you.
I fucking hell, man. That's quality, man. Quality banter. But before we move on, people are gonna say I'm begging it, but I don't care. What are you on now, mate? What are you on?
Oh, bruv, that question rattles me every time you ask it. 2.99. Hey, yo, we're nearly there.
2.99 people. We're nearly at 300 live viewers, people. Yeah. 3 things if you just joined. Yeah. First things first, like the video. It goes a long way. The algorithms and all of that jazz. Second thing, click Fuad's name in the stream title and subscribe to his channel. He is 10 subscribers away from 3K. Yeah. If you get this guy to 3K, this stingy bastard is actually going to give you lots of content on his channel. So what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button. And if you're not subscribed to my channel now, what are you waiting on? Why are you watching without subscribing? Look at all this good content we're giving you and you ain't subscribed. Hit the subscribe button. You just got to subscribe to 2 people today. That's all. Anyway, let's move on. Yo, why are Liverpool fans such whores?
Whoa.
Why are they no? Why are they whores? Why are they tarting themselves out? Because they're hurting right now. They're really, really hurting right now. And almost immediately after that Champions League final, why am I seeing pictures of Harry Kane in a Liverpool top? Why am I seeing rumors that Grizz is now passing on saying, oh, don't diss so and so's source. Oh, we've made contact with Harry Kane, all of this shit.
Shut up.
Brother, shut up, man. Shut up, man.
Oh,
Them man
mate.
are mudded. Them man are mudded. You can tell because was this not the same Harry Kane that 2 to 3 years ago they told us, and people, I'm not even coming for Grizz here, yeah, because Grizz has never said this. I was only just taking the piss out of Grizz's source. But excluding Grizz, I've heard from Liverpool fans 2-3 years ago that Harry Kane couldn't start at Liverpool, that Firmino is the system. Where does Kane start all of a sudden? And now they're slutting. And not only are they slutting, they think that they can just come and get him on the cheap. I saw someone said 80 million plus 20 in add-ons. I said,
You fucking
I had to laugh, bro. I had to laugh.
bro. It's the funniest thing I've been seeing, and I'm thinking like, you just saw us basically take, hey yo, we lit 3K. Call me Andre 3K from now on, baby.
Right.
Did we
There you go. There you go.
Bro, love that. Love that. Love to everyone who
sorted.
supported, man. Come on.
Sorted.
Well, what was I saying? Who are we talking about?
We were talking about Harry Kane and the Liverpool.
Oh, yeah, that was it. Harry Kane. Yes. For me, it's laughable, to be honest, because of how we took our City for a ride last year, pretty much, and saying, listen, it's 150 million or bust. And I'm thinking, you've just seen under Conte now in the last 6 months how much he's gotten back to the player he was, how much he's actually motivated to play under Conte. And you think now, because you lost the Champions League final and you lost the Premier League title, you think that means he wants to come to you now? No, I'm sorry. It doesn't work like that. And the other thing as well, they're not going to stump the money. They are broke boys. I'm sorry. Net spend FC, I call them, because that's all Liverpool fans talk about. Hey, man, we don't spend money because we've been spending the Virgil van Dijk money for the past 4 years. Cool. We've been spending the Coutinho money for the last 6 years. Cool. If that's the case, you're not going to stump up 100 million plus for Harry Kane. So all of this, putting him in Liverpool pictures and all this, it's a pipe dream. It's never, ever going to happen. And I'm not going to lie to you. I've said for about 2 years, I think Harry Kane is the perfect player for Liverpool.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. They'll tell you about work rate, all that jazz. He is literally the player that they want. The goals, the assists, the playmaking, the dropping deep, the miles covered. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Bro, literally. No, you hit the nail on the head there. And he would just bring so much, I feel like. And everyone would be eating. Everyone. Like, you wouldn't lose anything by replacing him with Firmino. You would actually gain. So, in my eyes, if they could stump the money, fair play to him. We'd consider it. But it better be a good one. Because I think, what is it? He's got 2 years left on his deal after this summer.
Yeah.
We're taking Kane back from Hughes to Conference League. Here we go. If you are wise, you'd realize Bobby is past his best. Give the ball to Harry and he will score.
We know Bobby's past his best. We're talking about what your fan said 2-3 years ago when he wasn't.
Yeah. When he wasn't, and you lot thought he would maintain that level forever. No, the last 2 years he's shown. Even Jota's better than me, mate. I'm sorry, Harry Kane is different class, as Uzin would say, Class A Harry Kane, bruv. It's different over here, and I'm sorry, Liverpool broke boys. You ain't got the funds like that. Even 100 mil plus Firmino, that ain't gonna cut it, lads.
Mate, it's just like. They can't even afford to give Salah what he wants right now. And I'm not saying this to say that Liverpool won't spend on the right player, because they spent 75 million in Van Dijk. They spent 60 odd million on a goalkeeper. Yeah. They spent whatever they needed to spend on Diaz, but they're not PSG. They're not Man City. They're not gonna. One, they're not gonna spend the amount it's gonna cost to get Harry Kane out of Spurs. And two, why on earth would Daniel Levy sell him? Like, just use your brain. Like, Antonio Conte literally left Inter for the exact same reasons that they're trying to, they think that we're going to engineer. Yeah, he left Inter because Inter defaulted from their promises to Conte and started selling off the players that won then the Scudetto. Yeah. and he left. So after all this effort we've made to keep him, after the additional cash injection, yeah, after the upward trajectory that we're going, everything we're doing to try and accommodate this manager, why would we then sell our best player and jeopardize all of that?
It makes no sense. It makes no sense. He would actually leave off the back of that. That's suicide. Let me start a project, guys. And why don't you just go and take the centerpiece of it? Why don't you go and take the best player out of it? It just makes no fucking sense. So for me, it's not even, do you know the worst thing is this speculation is not even media led, it's actually fan led.
It's fans, yeah.
Type of speculation, because they start genuinely believing it, and it's like, lads, there is no truth to it. Listen, Grizz can tell you all about his sources, and listen, I respect Grizz's sources, but this one, he must be talking to a ketchup bottle source or something, because there's nothing here. I'm sorry, lads.
It's not just Grizz, to be fair. One other guy reported it, and to be fair to them, all they reported is contact. They just said
contact. You know what that means? That means man called the phone and the phone call got aired. That's what that means. That's contact.
Bruh. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to put that out there and just trample all over it straight away, because that shit ain't happening. But listen, we've spoken about the Celso and Dom. We've spoken about the nonsense Kane links. I guess to end on this as well, a bit of good news for you, Fuad. Harry Winks has been given his marching orders. It's been confirmed by Alistair Gold. It's been confirmed by Dan Kilpatrick. It's been confirmed by pretty much every reliable journal that Harry Winks most likely will be leaving Spurs this summer, with an asking price of around 15 to 20 million. Teams like Southampton, Newcastle, and I can't remember who the other team was, but around 3 or 4 Premier League teams are interested. In addition to that, Alistair Gold reported this morning that Chicken Royale, is attracting a lot of interest from La Liga clubs. Reguilon is expected to leave the club this summer. It seems like there will be a lot of moves. And where I said I was giving Paratici a blank slate this summer, I'm liking the noise that's coming from our club. Not just because we've spoken about the good noise in terms of incomings, but I'm liking the noise in terms of players to be sold. So thoughts on some of those names and the news that I've just delivered you?
And there need to be more names, in my opinion. But that's, for me, a perfect start, in my opinion. I think those are players that will regain some money as well. I think Emerson, Reguilon, Lo Celso, and Dom, Harry Winks, those are all you're looking at 15
Bergwijn as well.
At least. Bergwijn as well.
Lucas Moura needs to go, please. Yeah.
If we can squeeze him in there, those are all players that I'm thinking we can get at least 15 million for. A base level, if you like. That's what, 6 or 7 guys. That's another 80, 90 million to the budget. I mean, my maths ain't the most amazing, but listen, I still think we need to make more outgoings, not just those. But listen, you got to start somewhere at the end of the day. And I think those names you've mentioned there, Winks, Emerson, forefront, get them out of here. The problem then becomes, though, how quickly can you replace them? And do we have replacements lined up after that?
I think the good news is we're looking to bring players in before we sell. Sell, which is again another shift in the attitude. Like, players are coming in before players have even been sold. Perisic has already been in the door. We're already trying for Bastoni. We're trying for the likes of Jed Spencer. We're looking to bring players in before we've even sold. So that, for me, is promising.
Do you reckon, though, that then leaves you the situation where you're left with too many players, let's say like 3 left backs, and in a sense of clubs are like, we're not going to bid because we know you have to offload type of thing. So they start lowballing.
I think we know what we're doing, or better yet, I feel like these guys are operating in a smart manner. I think they wouldn't bring in some of these players if there wasn't a strong chance that some of these players that we expect to leave will leave. Like, so I don't think that would be done. But anyway, let's see. It's in Paratici's hands. It's in Conte's hands. It's in Levy's hands. Don't F it up. Yeah. Listen, it's been a great stream. It's been 1 hour and 4 minutes. I'm going to have to end it here. But folks, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Really, really happy with the turnout today. I would like this turnout or more over the next couple of weeks. We'll look to try and get some guests on here and there for sure. Fuad, any words for you?
Thanks for the 3K, guys. Onwards and upwards. And hopefully at some point this summer, you will get the notification that I have uploaded a new video. So look forward to that.
Bro, well, and yeah, folks, thank you for tuning in on my end as well. Thanks for coming to the channel. Thanks for those who have subscribed to my channel off the back of this stream. Thank you for liking the video as well. Keep your post notifications on for my channel because, listen, I will be doing a watch along. I haven't decided which game I want to do, but I think I'm going to choose either Spain, Portugal, or one with Germany. I can't even remember, but I will pick one either on the Friday or the Saturday or the Sunday, and I will set that up. And yeah, just jump in, come in and watch, and let's talk football. But until then, folks, take care, peace out, and up the Spurs.